Hey folks, Jesus is coming so very soon, and this is on me to do right now, and I'm going to try my best to do it. I don't know how to explain this, so I'm going to let the Lord lead here, because he has it on me to do. And I'm telling you, I know there's not a lot of people who listen. I truly know that, and there's nothing I or you can do about that. When they say things that's off the wall or whatever, even if you go to try to correct them, nope, they know it all. I see it. We can't do anything about that but pray for them. Not everybody's going to make it. See, all these people that I was talking about last night on YouTube that are out here saying, no matter what you do, you're saved and sealed until the day of judgment. They have these people fooled. They're speaking these lies to these people. And the way their brain works is only that crowd will make it. And it's a large crowd, folks. I say people that believe that way have to be well over 90 some odd percent of the church. Now, the true church is very small. And I'm fixing to read you something in the Bible real quick. And this is straight from Jesus, Matthew 7. I'm going to start right here at verse 13. Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the way and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few, literally few, there be that find it. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs from thistles? Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. That says it all. Few there be that find it. Listen, and don't just take my word, as I say. Go straight to the Lord. If you are genuinely in Christ, do not take my word. Even if you're not, don't take my word. You go straight to the Almighty himself, and you ask him. This is on me so heavy, I can't even explain it to you because he's coming so soon. Someone says anger. You look anger. It's not anger. It's a righteous anger. You need to know the difference. You truly need to know the difference. But people are not listening. And people, broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And there's so many right now. And that's not just the world there. That is the church. That, because few there be that find it. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Now, what have I told y'all to do? Pray about it. First off, always pray about it. Don't just take anybody's word. You go pray. And you know the difference between the enemy telling you things and the Lord telling you things. And once you divide that, you'll know. But then, once the Lord reveals it to you, you start looking in people's eyes, y'all, and you'll see that ravening wolf. Just like I was trying to explain to y'all last night. It's there. It's in the eyes. It's always in the eyes. There's a lot of people that can see that. And when I say a lot, it's not as many as you think. To my shock, it's a lot. But there is just, I'm telling you. So few compared to the many. Just as it says in Scripture here too. Many are called, but few are chosen. Need I say more? All that right there shows there's going to be a small remnant. Not everybody's going to make it. Go read the whole book of James. Seriously, go read the whole book of James. And then go back and listen to these people telling you you could do whatever you want and you're still saved. That's the message. Like somehow when you come to Christ, you lose your free will. You will always have free will. You will always have free will. It doesn't just leave you. You will always have a choice. And that's your choice to make, not anyone else's for you. But when you're rotten, that is not of Christ. Everybody has bad days, folks. I'm not saying that. Nobody is perfect in this flesh. You will never be perfect in this flesh. If anybody says that, they are a liar. And all liars have their part in the lake of fire. That's very clear. No one is sinless. Everybody has bad days. It's what you do after. If you accidentally say something that you shouldn't have said, it's how you feel after that. Now, if you go back and try again, I'm so sorry, I'm not having a good day, or, maybe they understand, maybe they don't. But it's how you react. It's how you react is how people see Jesus in you. It's how you do things. It's how you say things. That's how people know. Because when you love those people, when you help those people, whatever that may be, not everybody can go out here and give people money. Not everybody can go out here and give people this and that and this and that. It's not about that. But you can give them love. You can give them comfort. You can give them things that they need. That's how they know, y'all. That's how they know. Now, the whole music thing, I want to teach y'all the difference between rage, like a depression rage, and a hurt, because there is a big difference. And I'm not going to play this stuff, but just know, I know there's a lot of you that listen to Christian rock, and this specific band right here with these lyrics that I'm about to read some of it to you. I'm sure some of you will know it. Just know this is not Christian. Though they say it is, you need to know the difference. And it's not just rock. These people will bash you for listening to something you relate to. Something that people sing with their hurt. And you relate to that and you feel that and you're like, my goodness. And then you start to pray for them because you hear that hurt. And then there's some out there that say, oh, that's just anger, that's rage. There is a huge difference. Not only is it in the lyrics, you can hear it in the voice. Crying out. A lot of them. And I wouldn't say this band is famous, but a lot of people listen to them. Now I'm going to read you these lyrics, and then I'm going to read some more on another band. And I pray that you pray and see the difference. Listen to this. Ones and zeros fill my eyes. Am I supposed to be like everybody else? A prisoner of my own mind. Should I give up? I try to smile, I try to fight. I just say I'm okay, but every day feels like a hurricane. Yeah, I was born in the rain. And then this rage scream kicks in on this song. It says, answers never seem so distant. The fear of missing out blurs my vision. Am I enough to live up to expectations of a world that won't stop moving? I'm so lost in the eye of the storm. I suppose a Christian rock band there. And most of you listen to it, that listen to rock. Fit for a King, that is not a Christian band. They say they are, but they're not. Now, one second. And this is the lyrics from that one that I played that everybody was bashing me about. Hurt. Know the difference. As again, that other one, that was depression, rage. You can just tell, especially when you've been down both those roads. Hands trembling, shadows falling, whispering the void. Is it calling? Can't see the sun, can't feel the rain. Buried under the weight of my name, every breath feels stolen, feels the same. Tell me, am I too far? That's straight to God. God, I'm breaking. God, I'm aching. Save me from myself. I'm drowning. I'm screaming. Save me from this hell. My heart's bleeding, still believing. I'm crying out. Crying out. Save me from myself. Night swallows the light. I'm alone when the mirror cracks. But it's my throne. I get that. Because you look in that mirror and you hate what you see. I get it. Reflections of a life I can't reclaim. These chains are heavy. My soul is tired. My faith flickers, but it's not expired. Tell me, are you still there? My goodness. If you've been there, how can you not relate to that? If you've been there, how can you not relate to that? But the other stuff, you should already know. Are you supposed to be like everyone else? No. Lost in the eye of the storm? Of course, many of us have been there. I've been there. Maybe that part of it. But all that other stuff, there's no way. I can't relate to that. I can't, not even. Folks, I'm serious. Discernment is a real thing. And people that say that I don't have it, they truly don't have it. While they're out here listening and thinking people like Jelly Roll is a Christian, let me explain something about this. And you could go do your own digging if you need to. Or you could just ask the Lord to reveal it to you. My wife came across the video because she still watches TikTok. I don't do that stuff. She'll show me stuff every once in a while, and I'm like, I'm not surprised. Jelly Roll and his wife have an open marriage. They accept other women in their marriage and things like this. Is that Christian? That's the kind of people that people support. You tell me. And there's many, many more. And I'm telling you firsthand, in 2006, I was going to be an actor. Sure was. Right now, I was in movies. You can go look. You can go see me in The Year One. There's a lot of clip scenes in that. The Great Debaters, Tekken, Soul Men. They were going to give me a speaking line in The Year One, and they didn't. And I'm going to tell you what happened there. The casting director, he was trying to get real close to me for some reason. I don't know why. And he was like, and I was already fit back then. And he kept saying, I want to change something about you. And I was like, what's there to change? Oh, you need to lose about 5 more pounds, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. And I was like, if I lose 5 more pounds, I'm going to float away. I mean, and he just kept, getting in my ear, and I felt off about it. Again, I didn't know the Lord. I didn't want to know the Lord then because of what people were doing to me my whole life. Now, this guy, he kept wanting to take me out to the bars. He would take me around the celebrities like Jack Black and all this stuff. And we'd always go out when they were in downtown Shreveport. We'd always go out and go to these casinos down here on the river. All that stuff. Hang out with them. Jack Black ain't who you think he is. Telling you the truth. And this man, he tried to get me to go to Dallas with him. Then he wanted me to go to California with him to sign something. Then he wanted to put me in movies. He's a big casting director. I'll tell you his name because I don't care. Maybe you could pray for him. I don't know. Christopher Gray. Look him up. He was behind a lot of big movies. And the movies that I mentioned. Casting director. Calling me every day, wanting to talk, wanting to hang out, bringing me around these people, the celebrities, Michael Cera, all of them. I have no part of it anymore. I don't. After this, I didn't want nothing to do with it. Nothing. But he wanted to take me to Dallas. And I felt off about something. Because he was like, we're going to stay in this hotel room. And then I'm going to take you to do this and this and this the next day and meet this person. And I was like, the only thing that popped in my brain was, we're going to stay in a hotel to get like one. I told him, I said, so you're meaning a hotel? And he was like, yeah. I said, did you get a double bed? No. And I said, dude, I'm not gay. And he was like, oh, I understand. And nope, I'm sorry, man. I called him back. I said, well, let me ask who I was dating at the time. And it was just an excuse. Let me ask this person if I got anything to do, and I'll let you know. He was like, all right, well, yeah, call me back. And I hung up, and literally, I didn't even say nothing. I just called him back, and I said, no, we got something to do. I don't think I can make it. And then my friend at the time went with him instead. And he was like real outgoing and laughing all the time. And he was a little dude though. Little dude. He was probably like 5'5". Just little. And then he went with him. And I tried to call him. He never answered his phone. Then he came back. Didn't call me or nothing. And I got a text from his girlfriend at the time. Was like, he's acting weird. Can you come over? And I was like, sure. And I went over there. Different. He wouldn't talk about it. I was like, what happened? He's like, oh, nothing, I'm good. I was like, dude, that ain't you. What's going on? Wouldn't talk about it. And he has changed today. He's a totally different dude today. He fell off and started doing dope. Started doing this other stuff that he didn't even know I'm a part of back then. Nothing to do with it. Something happened. I don't know what. I can only assume. But that could have been me. But he was wanting me to go do this. Like I said, he wanted me to go meet some people. And then he wanted to take me to Hollywood and sign some paperwork. Because they loved my personality and all this stuff. All these comedians he introduced me to. I'm telling you. That's where you'll find Satan himself behind all that right there. And don't think it's all innocent, because it's not. None of it is. People just don't realize this stuff. And they play with it. And they get behind these big Christian singers and think everything's all hunky-dory. The Amy Grants, the Mercy Me's. It don't stop there. It's all of it. All of it. And people say that it's, oh, this Freemason stuff. It's not just the Freemason stuff. That's not just where it ends. It's not just Jeffrey Epstein. It's not just Donald Trump. It goes way deeper than that. Pray about it. I don't do the rabbit hole stuff, folks. My wife goes down those rabbit holes, and she'll try to tell me some stuff, and I'm like, hold on a minute, that's too deep. I can't get into that. That's way too deep for me. But no, I don't do the rabbit holes. It's in the eyes. And people don't listen. I didn't know this back then. Again, I didn't know the Lord. I didn't know this in 2012 when I came to the Lord. Because I didn't know the Lord until I seen him through my wife. There's a lot of so-called believers here on YouTube that are behind all this stuff too. A lot. And you try to warn people about it, and they will pick up the biggest rock they can find and throw it right at you. That ain't true. That's a man of God. Little g of this world. You just can't see it. You just can't see it. But when you sit there and you pray about it, and you genuinely come to the Lord, and you ask him to reveal things to you, and you mean it, it'll be shown to you. Then you'll be different from then on. You'll understand. And then you'll turn these people off. Then you'll go off and find people that don't have that in their eyes. And once you find that, there's where you find the church. You won't find it behind these wolves. There's very few that I've seen here on YouTube that don't have something in their eyes. Very few. And I'm going to tell you now, my buddy Randy, that's genuine. That is genuine. I wish he would make a video where he would tell his complete testimony, and you'll see. And it's crazy how the Lord brought him into my life, and then we started talking about things. Even recently, there's some stuff I didn't know. I didn't know he went through this. But mine and his testimony is literally almost the same in a lot of aspects, except for the heart-stopping stuff. And I don't know about the church doing him what, but locked in a closet, and when he was a kid, all this stuff. And I was shocked. I was very shocked. How he used to be like really strong, and then it was taken from him. Worked in the oil field back in the day. Right here in Louisiana. Though he didn't live here, he lived in Chicago at the time. But he was down here, working in the oil field. Right here where I lived. I didn't know him. I'm just saying, if you pray about it, the Lord will bring people that you need in your life that will sit behind you and tell you and comfort you and love you, and they will help you on your walk with Christ. They won't throw you off that road. They won't throw you off that path like these other people do. Don't do that. Don't do that. But hey, it's heavy on me to do. I know this is the Lord telling me to do this, and these people, no, think of your mental health. Think that is Christ's church. You can't say that. You know why they do that kind of stuff? Because they don't want others to know that that's not Christ's church. They don't want others to know the real church. That is the enemy. The enemy doesn't want people to know that these people on YouTube that I'm telling you about, and this music stuff, don't want people to know. So they come and attack you personally, trying to make you delete that video, trying to make you shut up. Don't listen to it. Romans 10:9-13. I love you, folks. God bless.